Oh, so it's all that transformation where I went from auntie to jazz.
Was it Auntie?
It was.
Use
The
me as
angle kind of
Jasmine.
had it just like, yeah,
All right, you good?
I guess.
All right, let's get this show on the road. Good evening. Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am jazz.
And for episode 208, we are going into the mind of Boots Riley. The latest from his mind, we are talking about I Love Boosters. This has been an anticipated film for myself. I don't think it was in my top three. Did I know about this last year? I may have known about this last year, but I knew I was going to go see it regardless. Definitely enjoyed I Am a Virgo a lot more than Sorry to Bother You personally. But it had
I
my
get it.
guy. It had my guy in there. But it also had Denzel's daughter as well. So it's a lot of people. He puts in a lot of people, put a lot of people that's up and coming into his projects. But Jazz, how was your theater experience for this one?
I had a very good theater experience. It was a lot of people in the back that was like really live. It was definitely a group that went. And in certain scenes, it was funny because we were pretty much all reacting in sync. And one that definitely comes to mind that stood out to me is when Taylor Page held her breath and became Robin Thede. And I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. So it just, that scene came out of nowhere. I'm laughing. The people behind me were laughing. It was just a good time. And then after the film was done, just hearing people say, like, that was really good. I had fun with that. That's what we need. And so they always talk about theater is dying. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, these past couple of weeks, Jason, I'm seeing a good resurgence, a good one. But how was your theater experience?
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. I got it, but
Oh,
because
no.
I went in there and I'm like, oh man, it's not that many people in here. I'm like, but whatever. I'm here. I'm about to enjoy this shit. I got high, so I don't have to say the vibe. I got high
Oh
before I
my
went to go. I
God.
got high before I went to go see this film.
I'm
So
jealous.
so I'm riding. Got the music going, the vibes, like the vibes right, everything. You go into the movie theater, you sit down, like, all right, ain't too many people. So I was going to go see this earlier in the day, but I couldn't. Um, and so I had to go back at night and go see it. So I'm in there, I'm watching the movie. Then you got the scene where um Kiki's character and Naomi's character are stealing out the store, and then Lakeith pops up, and she's just like, ah. And she's like, "What are you doing? Like, stop looking at me like that. Stop talking to me like that." And then, she walks out the door, and they show them faces, just to kind of like us, shoulders up, and I'm like, I said, man, I just know they look crazy because I know there was in that bitch just taking almost everything, and they show they fucking outfits and they look like some big puffers. Bro, I said, no fucking way. I just bust out laughing loud, and I fucking stopped myself mid laugh. I said, ain't no way in hell y'all ain't find this funny. As I'm looking around, this shit is, I just kept on. I said, fuck it. I just kept on laughing. I was like, bro, y'all can't be serious. You can't be so, like, moments like that. There was a lot of good moments, and I'm going to say it now at the top of the episode. Keke Palmer is going to go whatever list that you want to put Regina Hall on, as far as like women in comedy. Keke Palmer is shaping up in that, because last year she had one of them days with SZA. This year she got, I didn't watch the Burb show. I know some people it got renewed for season
It
two,
was
so
pretty
it
good.
was
Yeah.
some people enjoyed it. I don't know how funny she was in it, but in between this and that, she doing some she on some hilarious shit, man. She doing some hilarious
In
stuff.
the in the Burbs, I would say she was Kiki.
I mean,
But Kiki
she
brings a certain type of energy that
yeah.
fits in the spaces that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I loved her in this because she was just like, so he's sucking souls. Does he eat ass? And so like my theater went crazy. I was just like, and then Taylor Page is sitting there like, or no, it wasn't Taylor.
Naomi
What is my
probably.
good sis? Naomi, yes. And she was just like, no, sis, focus. So, like looking at Kiki's face because Kiki has the energy to where she doesn't really have to say anything because she utilizes her facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought she was a perfect fit for this role. And just the chemistry between the ladies I thought was hilarious. But
Mm-hmm.
going into this movie, were you expecting the craziness as to what you got?
No, I'm happy I didn't watch a trailer because I think when I did watch it, I'm like, oh shit, this would have messed up. Like it would have taken a lot of the oomph out of it for me. So I am appreciative that I have been more so. I'm definitely about 80% versus 20 when it comes to watching trailers at this point. I'm about
I'm glad you're
80%.
putting a number on it now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah.
used
I'm
to
not because
be,
I watch like I look
we
typically
know.
like typically if I can see the poster and again if I see the post I see the people I can already like I'm gonna buy in, but if it's a black director black writer, more than likely I'm already in it unless it's they did talk you people. If it's him, I'm gonna be on the fence. I'm on the fence about it, but for
That's the
most
only
part,
name.
huh?
That's the only name.
Unless it's Tyler Perry and Madea not in it. If Madea not in it, I'm probably not gonna watch it. But if Madea in it, I'm watching it. I don't care. I'm going.
Lena Waithe, because I know you used to have a certain thing with Lena, but you
Lena
have
was
to let
behind
this
them.
go.
She was behind them scared too. Like she's a producer on that. So I gotta kind of let it go. I did watch the shy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She left a bad taste in my mouth with, Queen and Slim. A lot of you people like it. Me people ain't the people that it was for. It wasn't for me. But in
We are
this,
going to get to a point to where the hatred that you have for that movie and Lena and Jody, we are going to get
so like
it
even
out of
so
you, Jason.
it's like so even when it comes to the black stuff, like I don't know how I'm gonna really enjoy X-Men season 2 without Bo. Like how I'm gonna watch that without Bo being over there to shit on it at the same
I
time.
will be on his Twitter,
He's not on Twitter, so whenever
front and
he
center. Oh,
remember he
oh, y'all did
left.
tell me where I need to go to find him. I
Yeah,
gotta
I
make a
can't.
fake profile.
I'm not. Yeah, yeah. Fake got me. I'm good. I don't want to see what Bo doing over there. Um,
Now you don't want to investigate. Okay, I'll do the investigation. I'll get my flashlight.
if it pops up, I text it to you. I have no problem doing it. I'm confident in myself. I will send that dick straight to you. His, not mine. But back to the movie. Back to the um. Yeah, man, I love boosters. Like literally, no, I really love boosters. Shout out Fat Pat. You used to hold me down growing up. You went to jail a few times. You should have stopped doing that shit. I don't
It's a
know
real
why.
person.
Yeah, she used to
Are
boost
they
for my.
subscribed?
I
Oh.
think she might be in jail. I don't know what she doing today. She was there was
We
this.
are trying to expand our listening audience to prisons. So if you have a cousin that is locked up and looking for a new podcast, send them over to the Was It Good Though podcast. We will have them laughing and making their serving time a lot less with every episode because we have so many and they are so long.
So, but look, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you though. Have you ever really dealt with a booster though? Like personally?
No. Well, so I'll be honest, if I did, I didn't know they were a booster.
So
It
have
was
you
just like,
ever
oh,
had?
Jazz, I got.
Have you ever met somebody with laundry detergent and stuff in the house, like in the brand new packages, and you just like, why you got so many? Oh, it
I don't
was
be
on
asking.
sale.
So I don't be asking. Well,
Nah, if you see too many,
maybe
you gonna act. But you know what? I take
I
that
do
back
if I
because
do see a lot.
you really are a mind your business ass person. Some stuff I'm gonna ask some questions because niggas like I've been around too many criminals in my life. and I just don't want to go to jail with these niggas. So typically, I'm asking.
And I feel like that's the best option. Don't be like me. Don't go in there not asking questions. And I'm like, oh, so if I guess I would have asked 10 minutes ago, I wouldn't be here when the cops rolled up. I would have left a long time ago. But if I, here I go thinking you're cool, and that's in a house full of stolen goods. But I did know some people who had stuff fell off the truck though.
Ooh, that's the
But
best
I
one.
don't
Oh, we,
think
we got it from the train. What train? I ain't never heard a train in this city. What?
they always said truck. They always said truck in the Queen City. Not no train, it was truck.
uh,
Man, them was the days though.
it was. It was.
I'm not admitting nothing because I ain't. You ain't never catch me by no truck.
Please don't. Please don't. um. So the opening of this film, we do get introduced to Corvette. She is out at a party. She's dancing with this dude, but she a hustler as well. Jazz, what did you think of this hustle that she had going on with this gentleman at the club?
I feel like she knew what she was doing, but she was also a businesswoman, and she
Mm-hmm.
caught him on his lies too. Sir, you saying you were 12, but you need tens? Theater went crazy at that part. So I was just like, okay, now I know the tone. But the fact that he was just like, so we ain't fucking. She said, no, I'm a booster. I sell clothes and like all of that. But she was just like, if you want to keep looking nice, that's where you need to be at. And I love the tone of where he was just like, all right, I do need to connect like that.
hmm
But nah, it was funny. It was definitely. I didn't know what I was going to get, and I did see the trailer, but I didn't think it was going to be to this magnitude. But I
Yeah.
also saw Sorry to Bother You, and that movie was completely ridiculous. So I was just like, it's going to be on that level, but I didn't think the level that we got in this. But I enjoyed it.
I one thing I wish they would have done more of was showing them selling. They didn't really do the sales in this. Like they were doing a lot of stealing, but they weren't selling. It's like they were stealing for a cause, like a Robin Hood type of situation. But I would have loved to see them do more selling. Cause like seeing her try to sell him, that would have been dope. But you didn't really see too much of them selling to people. It was more so convincing people to help them for their cause, more so. Like even with her designing, you didn't even see her. Well, you seen, well, I guess some of the outfits she wore, she designed, but you didn't
Hmm.
really see her really doing too many things. Where it kind of showed where, um, I don't know if it's insecurity or if it was her not being as confident in herself. Kind of like that ball that was following her the entire movie. Like it felt like a cloud. Or what did you think take from that?
I was going to ask you because I definitely think that was a metaphor of like all of her problems
I
wrapped
did.
up in a single ball.
Mm-hmm.
Bills, maybe her dreams of being a designer and things like that. All of that is just following her. Because I was just like, where did big old ball of shit come from? And then I was just like, oh, this is just in her head. And
Mm-hmm.
it just kept showing up. And I thought that was kind of cool because I feel like we all have dealt with something like that or could possibly be dealing with something like that too. Or maybe it's not a big ball of everything wrapped in one. Maybe it's a cloud. Maybe it's a demon. Who knows? But it's just when all of your problems are just following you, then it does kind of nibble at your confidence in things of just like your worry, your doubt, and all of that. But once she was getting her confidence up, you saw it turned into like a jawbreaker.
Yeah, yeah. And then what did you think of the crew that we had with the boosters crew?
Them heifers are crazy, but they smart and they got a plan. But I thought it was hilarious. What was it? Triple P or triple F?
Triple F,
Triple F?
Triple F.
I know how to
Um,
spell.
you trying to say it out top of your head,
Yep, I was, but I'm gonna leave it alone. It's one of
huh?
them. It's
Fashion
one
forward
of
philanthropist.
There we go. Did you say it right? I feel like at the end was supposed to be there.
Philanthropy?
Okay. When
Philanthropist.
you first said it the first time, it was like you was saying it like a snake, like how a snake was said. It
Filet?
stemmed the S. I don't know what you said. You listen to it on. You will be like,
I
oh,
said
okay, I heard.
philanthropist,
Yep,
but she said I know it's for marketing. I don't. I know it ain't. I know it. I know it begin with a P.
I love that they got their building at the end. So
And I guess within that, we also have her adversary in this film, Miss Demi Moore, which has been on a crazy resurgence since damn, the
substance.
substance. Since the substance. What did you think of her character in this movie?
I, I'm not gonna lie. I love seeing her in this. I wouldn't replace Demi in this character. And if I had to choose somebody, the only other person I would choose is Sarah Paulson. That's it. Sarah Paulson is probably the only other one that I would feel like could probably outdo Demi in this role. But I think Demi did a great job. She was tapping in her January 6th cousins a little bit. She was just like, what was she calling them?
Oh,
I know she called them the Velvet Jacket Gang, but she was calling them other things. But of course she was calling them bitches, but she was calling them something else. I can't
Urban?
remember.
Was it Urban?
I don't know, but it was getting racist.
Producer, she would call them some kind of urban something. I was like, what the hell? Whenever she was saying it, but then I like the design of her office, which didn't make sense. Like
It
for
was
it to be
tilted.
everything was slanted. So they, the coffee maker goes in there and just leaning, falling, and she's like, "Hold on, damn it, let me get it. I got it for you. I got it." It's like, what the fuck? Like, what? Who even thinks like the mind of Boots Riley is just is wild. But his like super in your face marketing for his film is just just goes to show what needs to happen. I don't think at this point we know what the movie did over the weekend, right?
I don't know those numbers. Not yeah,
Yeah, because I
but
don't think it came out.
he's been on socials heavy, and I have definitely been making sure to retweet all of his tweets because it's just seeing that somebody that wrote and directed is out there pushing their film. It kind of just, especially as a movie person like me, I love to see that to where that promoting like he's going beyond with it. Kind of like y'all go check it out. People's like, oh, I'm about to go see it, and then people are showing pictures of the theaters of how like seats are being like bought up and everything, which I'm loving. People are back in the movies, Jason. They're back in the movies.
We needed that. We needed, but I mean, but in order to get us back in the movies, of course, it does have to. The good films have to be there as well. So things that's going to actually drive people to get their butts in the seat. It has to be a match within that. What's another in here that so we see that, like I said, the not Kiki, which is Corvette's character, is a huge fan of what is her actual character name?
Mm,
Christy, Chrissy, Christy.
gimme.
She's a huge fan of Christy, but as they say, never meet your idols. She meets her and she tells her that she has to keep is it teal? The color's teal? I think
So Kiki told her it was teal. She said, that is not teal.
aquamarine.
Or, right. Or was it turquoise?
Uh
It might have been teal or turquoise. But aquamarine, like you said, that's what Demi told her it was. Because that was her color through the entire movie. And that's how Demi was able to identify her when that footage, when they stole them jackets.
yeah.
She said, wait, zoom in on that jacket, that dress. But, like, I mean, hypothetically, like when she first met her, she wasn't rude to her. She only was rude until she realized Kiki was stealing her stuff. Because she
Yeah.
kind of put her on game.
She did. She did. I mean, she was telling, and I think that's who she was. Like she was, forward thinking, but I mean, she did, of course, have some crazy practices that was going
Yes,
on.
yeah, she did.
She definitely had some crazy practices that was going on as well. Because I was just like, dang, how is this going to fit into that? But then it was like, all right. But then I think after that, that's when she's like started turning up on stealing her stuff at that point.
They had a time machine with them at that point, so they was like, we ain't got to do hand by hand no more. We got technology.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you how did you like the introduction to oh, I'll make sure I get her name right for sure.
I'm about
The
to look it up.
introduction to them when that side of it came into it.
So I thought it was very hilarious and convenient that there were three time machines. But when we found out that there were two, I was just like, okay, this plan is interesting because you're incorporating like terrible work conditions. I guess one could also say like work sweatshops and things like that. And with them trying to save their family because the workers are getting poisoned. And there's been so many cases of companies poisoning the people, the water around the area of their factories, and having terrible work conditions to where, I mean, we saw it in Paradise season one, to where it's just like you doing construction and your people are getting sick. And so I thought it was hilarious when they realized that they were making a time machine so they can send packages to America and not have to worry about the cost of shipping.
Mm-hmm.
To where it's like big businesses that's making billions are still trying to cut corners so they don't have to
Always.
pay fees. So I like that was definitely another point in the movie where we was laughing in the theater because I was just like, wait, what? To where it's like now you get to the point to where you're watching this film and you're like, let me see what creative things they're about to throw at me and understand this is about to be one crazy roller coaster. But what do you think about the time machine element that was used within the film?
I enjoyed it because that was like I said, that was a different I guess it was what they call it an accelerator is what they was actually the actual term for it because it I mean it was
It had like three functions.
because it deconstructed, it accelerated, but then it also sent you from one place to another um in there. So that's how they was able to steal the thing. But when they deconstructed Taylor's character and it was her parents fucking, I said he's that,
I said, now y'all. But I misspoke. Not a
that's how I
time
look.
machine. It was a teleporter.
Yes,
So it
yes.
wasn't a time machine. It was a teleporter. Jason let me say time machine 16 times, y'all. He never corrected me or cutting me off until I was like, took accountability because I'm a black woman and we take accountability. I corrected myself. It was a teleporter.
I think as you as my sister, me stopping you in the midst of you saying something, I'm gonna let you cook. And then once you finish, I'm like, hey, I think it's actually this, it's not that. Like instead of like just busting you out, stopping you, and just in 208 episodes, I'm sure I have, but that's growth at 208 and me not doing it.
You didn't cook. I just want you to know you didn't cook.
It's okay. It's okay. I did, but I felt that scene was super funny because it was like you got two people trying to rob them at the same exact time, and they get pulled into the back office for this meeting, which which he told them where he told they got to pay for their clothes, they got to update their clothes, and they got 30-second lunches, which is fucking insane.
Wait. Whew. So him saying you have last season's edition, so you need the new ones because they said we didn't want to buy it because we already had that same clothing line,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to pay for the outfits and only get 30% off. Jason, how much you think them clothes are?
Expensive as hell. Because you know what? I think about that all the time when I look at those high end stores. I don't go into them because I can't afford it. I can't afford that stuff in there. I'm not even going to pretend that I can. But it's like, dang, y'all got all this look, like how much are they giving you off? And it's never really a pretty good amount. It's always 20%, 30 for like that ain't
Right.
nothing when you still spending 100, 200 for no, it's not that crucial to me.
Yeah. But you say once the pod blow up, you're gonna be
Oh,
getting all that
oh,
fancy shit.
I'm gonna know some shit then. I'm gonna know a whole bunch of fashion brands at that point.
Jason said, I'm gonna have a stylist. They're gonna be getting my clothes.
Oh God, look, man, look. My idea of what this podcast can be Once we get there,
You're gonna be so different. It's gonna be
oh,
crazy.
it's gonna be stupid. The production is gonna be even be different. We might have to start the numbers over by the time if we if the Lord allows, these numbers might even start over. It might be something different. Like it's gonna be nigga, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
It's gonna be like, yo, they must have blew up. They not on Zoom no more.
We got a whole production. We got a production family around this bitch. We gonna have Ivy recording.
We got an orchestra to do our intro.
We're gonna let Lisa be production. We're gonna let Lisa do the production. Who do we have
Ooh.
audio? We might not have no audio people. I'll figure it out. We're gonna get there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. I tell you that. But
Funny,
yeah,
but I was gonna ask you. They got your boy. What do you think about Will Porter?
it's funny seeing Will because I think what was it? We're the parents. What was that movie we reviewed?
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. So just
We never
seeing
reviewed that.
we just talked about it.
Yeah,
Okay, got you. So thinking about we didn't review that. You sure?
we did Horrible Bosses.
Okay, got you. Maybe we
It was
just
on the
talked
list for
about
a
it.
long time. We never got to
Damn.
it.
Okay. So we're the that was the first my first introduction to him. So seeing him from there to Thunderbolts to the Bear to this, like he has the range. You just see him doing different things. I feel like he was in something else as a bully too, though.
Dope Sick.
I never watched
He
it.
was in. Oh, he was also in.
Was he a Maze Runner? Maybe.
I never watched those movies. He was just. He was in Death of a Unicorn.
I didn't. I gotta actually finish that movie. I watched it. I started it,
He
but I
was in
didn't finish
Detroit.
it.
He was racist in Detroit, and he was in a Maze Runner.
Okay, yes. I didn't watch Detroit. I know what that is. I didn't watch it because I just wasn't in that. I went in
I
my
feel that.
my black bag like that then. So yeah, no, I didn't watch that.
Oh, I mean, it's good and triggering.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't want to be
Yeah,
triggered.
I saw it in theaters and I sat
but
through it.
but his character was hilarious because he was inside the job, and then he was listening to the rock music. Like this is what we need to listen to, and then they trying to talk to him. He's just like, "Oh, let me." He kept turning the music down. Um, so then he was basically giving them a runaround about what they was about to do, which was on some bullshit. And then he'll flip it back and then talk regular. It was like, why you just can't say it in normal voices? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. He said they were just like when he called them to the back to the meeting, they was just like, "We have a customer. It'll just be 5 seconds. They'll be fine." That's all she needed to rob them.
Bruh, she went crazy with the stealing the clothes.
She took the hangers, everything, everything.
This is what people need to start doing. These corporations start listening, they start losing money, or they can't afford.
I mean, that's you hit their pockets. As a
Yep,
unit, we can definitely look at what happened to Target.
man. People don't believe it though,
So I
man.
mean,
People don't believe in it.
maybe one day. But what did you think about the visuals? Because this movie, color wise, popping. Like, boop, 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 boop.
I
I would
think
hate to be colorblind and watching this because it's just like you're not going to be able to experience like all the colors. You get it.
I
Sorry,
get
y'all.
it. They don't. That's the problem.
That's too far. But I mean, visually,
I enjoyed the visuals of this because it's not it I can say it shouldn't take itself serious, but I think it should kind of make fun of itself at the same exact time. So it had a lot of different things that were going on from the colors to like Lakeith being a demon in here to there's the different colors they wear, like Keke trying to run away inside of Christie's office. You just see those different things. You just see there's a lot of different things that work for me. And is what about for you?
I loved it. Like, I was just like, what other ridiculous thing are we about to get? Lakeith continuing to pop up randomly and the camera is just up on his face. And it's like it mesmerizes Kiki when they were about to go rob one of the stores. He's stopping her, and the door closed behind her, and he's just like, I just need you. I just want you. I told you I'm a demon, but maybe we can get past that. Her homegirl's on the other side, like, girl, what you doing? She said, I'm talking. I'm just like, where is this about to go? Like, I was so invested because I was just like, could they make this relationship work? But he is a demon, and
That was a little
but it's a
caveat.
kid, right? I mean, she was just like, I cannot be with somebody who is not about to go down. So she just left, and then if you see him walk off, he just walks off with his head down.
I mean, I get it, man. I'm the same exact way. If she can't eat it, she gotta go.
We all have our um, preferences.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the preference
yeah,
is the standard.
yeah. We
That's
all
good.
have a. But there was something else. I was going to ask you from all of our characters in this movie, if you got to pick one character to have their own mini side story series, that's about 3 episodes of their life before the events of this movie. Who would you want to get their own little series?
um, if I had to rank them, Naomi would be first. Naomi would be the one that I would want to see the most. Poppy would be number two. Taylor would be three, and then Kiki character would have been the last. Just because she was more so leading this group. So I feel like we
Oh
we
yeah.
we we got to meet or know more about her than the rest of them within the crew. What about for you?
Okay. I was thinking Naomi first as well because that little Ponzi scheme, sis. I need to know why you were so deep into that cult for real.
Jazz, what is that? What was it? What's that thing called? Wake up now. You remember that?
Uh, wait, when they had like the little thing,
Yeah,
the little blue flags. You
you
should
remember
be
that
here.
back in the day?
Yeah,
Wake
that
up
was a
now.
Ponzi scheme too.
Man, get the fuck out of here. I was looking at that shit like, bitch, wake up now. Get out of there. Get out of that office. You better go sell some Vector knives.
Yo, I found some of them. I was one of their sellers.
I went
Yo,
to
I will never forget this.
I got the job too. I never returned. Like, nigga, what? You want me to do what?
How far did you get? Did you buy a set of knives?
Oh, I
I
got
did.
I got hired and I was like, oh, for real. I talked to my dad. He was like, bro, that's a scheme. It sounds like one, don't it? I got hired at Home Depot like not too long after that. I was like, give me a real job.
Yo, Jason, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had some odd jobs when I graduated from college. I was like, yo, this
Wait,
is
wait, wait,
not
wait,
what
wait,
I
Papa.
envisioned.
Hold on. Time out, time out, time out. Wait, time. You did Vector after college?
um, no, I think Vector was after high school.
Woo, I was about to say
No,
now. Cause
no, no,
I'm
no.
I'm judging. I'm judging.
Actually, no. Yes, I did. I'm trying to think of when I graduated from college. Wait, how old am I today? I turned 30 next month. So I graduated.
That's a promising young
uh,
woman there.
Y'all check out that. Queued up as requested. Um, I do think it was after I graduated from college. I think so. Let's just say, yeah, it was after I graduated from college, all them not too long ago. But I needed something, and yeah, I got as far as I bought a set of knives, and they was just like, "This is coming out your paycheck." That's why when I was like, "They outfits came out there," I said, "Yeah, that's tough. I know that feeling."
Mm.
But I sold me a set. I sold me one set. My aunt and uncle bought a set from me. Actually, it wasn't a set. It was two knives, but they was expensive as shit too.
They cost a lot of money as well. See them.
Yeah,
Is Vector
Jason, I think
even
the set.
see if Vector let's see if Vector is
The set was
still
like
alive today.
The set was like, I think 120. And your first week, because they do you through training, which probably comes out to be 150. Your check say $35 and you got a set of knives.
Mm.
Yo, that was such a scam. And then I think I did a little small job of like, people that used to come up to your windshield to try to be like, oh, I can plug that for you. Yeah, I did that shit for like 3 days. Yo, man, I was like, this is not for me.
You know what? Now that we think about it, man, we had all the signs that the world was going to shit. Like all these different weird ass, oddball ass jobs. So they getting getting people straight out of high school, straight out of college, in college. Like you ain't got no money. They like, you know what? We can get you some though. Just get us some debt first, and then we gonna get you the money that you want. So yeah, that little punk, that wake up now shit. People say, man, I need you give me 100, he give me 100. You need 100 of my money. You know what? I work hard. I won't make it. If this is what we gotta do to be friends, we don't need to be friends no more.
Imagine somebody saying, if you don't give me that $100, we can't be cool no more. All right,
Yeah,
bye.
I got my 100. I kept my 100. I'm already goddamn me overdrafting to survive in college. Hell, I ain't finna give it to you.
I'm not gonna lie. Now, this shouldn't age me. I remember $20 my freshman year used to take me a week. What year was that?
I just spent
Oh,
$73 on gas.
well, the year that I was in a freshman in college, whichever year that was, gas was a lot cheaper. What we doing today just don't make no sense. We're in the matrix right now, for real.
This ain't no goddamn matrix
So
I want to be in. Shit, I would have took the blue pill.
it's
I
got a
can tell you that.
virus. It's the matrix with a virus.
It's been that. It's been that. So one thing that I did notice within this film, with like I guess with a lot of the reoccurring themes, is it seems like there was so many different issues happening at one time, and it was just like I felt as if I don't know overall what I felt the movie was trying to say, but it did feel as if it was like you have to focus in on one issue and go there as opposed to trying to spread yourself thin because Keke had her own issue. Um, the team had their own set of issues. Then you got introduced to Poppy's character. And of course they were in poor working conditions, so they had an issue. When she actually went into Will's store, the workers had their own issue as well. So it's like everybody had their own type of issue, and it was like it. I mean, kind of. It ultimately at the end, it felt as if they all worked out, but it did definitely. It kind of put in my head like you only got to focus on one thing at a time. You can't fight every fight in this.
Mm. I kind of took it as we are all dealing with something,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes down to a lot of our issues are aligned with one another to where it's one problem. To where it's just like, and I love how, like, at the end, even though this movie deals with like fashion, a lot of the things that they were having like complications and issues with exist in other different medias and industries, I should say. Let me use the word industries. To where it's just like you have multiple industries of where you are not paying your people enough. You aren't you know abuse of power and terrible working conditions. Like that just isn't a fashion thing. You have that in technology. You have that in hospitality, everywhere. To where it's just like even though we're in different industries, we all have the same problem. And these billion-dollar businesses and companies need us to make their money. So why are we the ones struggling and being disrespected and treated like worker ants when we're the ones making all the money for them? And once we actually come together and use our power as a unit, that business no longer has its power. So that's the kind of message that I was receiving from this, and I was just like, I like how we got here. It was crazy. It was crazy, but I think like the message that it was sending was a very powerful one. To where you might look at somebody and be like, our problems aren't the same. They are, the 1% is screwing all of us. So stop looking at how we're different and actually think. We have the same problems regardless of where we stand. We all paying expensive gas prices. Unless your gas is cheaper if you say what political party you with, but I ain't heard about that cheat code. So I'm
Would you
just
use
thinking,
it?
so I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I would send it to you, but I'll be like, Jason, don't tell nobody else. But I'm not dropping it in the Discord. Sorry, y'all, I love you, but it's gonna be like, why is there something in Texas, Louisiana, bottom of there? We're like, where, man, where are you at? So it's like, gotta pick and choose, man. When the pop blow up, I send it to y'all.
Trip on us, trip on us. Where y'all want to go?
We got y'all.
I like that thought process though. I do like that thought process, and you're not wrong. Everybody is fighting a battle. The end result may be different, but that battle may be the same. Like what you want from this may be something completely different from what I want from it. And I think I wish I would have dived a little bit deeper into Keke. Well, like I said, they kind of went, they did with Corvette character or Kiki's character, they did kind of go into it, but her creating that dress and not even turning it in, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, but that happened. Like I get into that kind of mode too. Like I've been back making playlists. I have shared a few with people just depending on what it was. Like I had one I was gonna share with you, but I was like, this ain't the vibe that she would want in that. So I was like, I didn't because it was heavy on the Drake, heavy on the Drake on it. But I
So it
am
wasn't
making
sad.
I am making a sad one though. I said once I get that one completed, I was gonna like I've been back in my bag. Like I've been going through it. But I do oftentimes especially when it comes to music, because that's something I really want to get into. But like I don't know how I would do that. And like ultimately it's just do it and self audit it as you going. But it's just like you know. So a lot of time I understand that like you would have the idea, you would have the thing, you can talk about it, you can XYZ, and just like when you get to it, like damn, I just shot myself. I buried the situation.
Yeah. I mean, I would say you can apply something that you told me when we were talking about, I think, like dating relationships. You miss every shot you don't take. So put that towards things that you have a vision for and goals. If you tell yourself no at the beginning, you're eliminating any kind of chance for that seed to grow, that creativity to flow. So then those people know Jason got the flow. The album is coming out, man.
I seen the setup. I said, oh, here she go.
Birdman, Birdman. But but for real though, it's just like, and it's easy to tell somebody to have that confidence. It's easy to say, but building up your confidence to actually do something, it takes a lot, So you just gotta get on it when you at the plank about to jump in that water. It's either is it gonna sting when I get down there, or is it gonna feel refreshing once I come out that water and be like, yeah, I did that. So y'all look out for my album dropping next summer. Was it good though? Podcast Studios
I'm with it. I'm with it.
production.
I just want a little EP credit. That's all I want. A little EP credit. Put a few little bars in there. You know what I'm saying? Producing, but like, yeah, say it like this. Say it like this.
Those some flutes on there. Oh, the flutes. The flutes.
um, let me see. Excuse me. So what was your favorite scene in the movie? If we haven't discussed it, I guess.
um, well, we discussed the demon visuals of that, which like that was a lot of like holy shits reactions because I was just like, oh my god, like it was just so creepy and scary. But I was just like, what we doing? But it reminded me of something, but I can't think of what it reminded me of. But I think the chase scene, I definitely enjoyed that of Kiki jumping through the teleporter,
Now
doing
that was
all that
dope.
chasing, like.
That felt
I
like
was just like,
that
okay,
felt like Super Mario, like a live action Super Mario, a little
yeah,
bit. The way they was going
yeah,
back and forth, like them going through instead of a tunnel, is going through the little the teleporter. Yeah,
yeah. Like this movie was so much fun. Like you can probably think of other movies that utilize their creativity balloon. But I think what this movie was able to do, you go in, you were not sure what you were going to expect, and just enjoy it. It visually is beautiful. You have an amazing cast. Chemistry was great, and I know they had a great time on set. I love when I see these kind of movies, and I'm just like, okay, the energy definitely seems like they had a very good time on set. Can I please get the bloopers? Drop the bloopers. We need the bloopers because I know there are some out there.
yeah. That this is definitely one of them films where we would have benefited from a blooper reel. Did you stay for the end credit?
I did. I did. Like everybody in my theater except maybe two people got up. And a piece of me wanted to tell them like, yo, it's an end credit. But
I was so um
you
Melissa
didn't stay for it?
Barrera. I did. Melissa Barrera was supposed to be in this film, but she turned it down because the TV show Copenhagen Test. I don't know if it paid better or it may have paid better based on how she would be filming. That I'm curious who her character was supposed to be, and I think it was supposed to be that woke girl with the uh. I felt like that's who her character would have been. Could you have seen her in that?
Imagine I mean, I can see why they would have called her for it. Um Ooh, yes, I can definitely see her in that role to where it's just like,
Hey,
but then I
because
it
she
would
don't
have
get
put
she don't give me this movie that isn't her vibe to me at all. Like this is for happy people.
why you acting like you know Mel? Why you acting like
Shit,
you know Mel?
I
Like,
know enough. I don't watch enough of her movies. She always look like a depressed motherfucker. They should put her in the drama or or the promising young woman.
she
Like she
ain't
should be in
look.
something else.
Well, she's not taking Zendaya's spot. Zendaya takes spots, okay? Now, the promising woman, I don't know. No. I don't know where I want to see Melissa, but that's not where I want to see Melissa. Like
She can be. I want to see.
maybe I just don't want to see Melissa.
I want to see her in like a rom com or something like that. But you know what? Fuck that. This I want to see all of these women in other avenues. Of course, like I said, we just seen Taylor in Welcome to Dairy, so we know she can do the horror. Poppy, I feel like was Poppy in the movie we
Do not
reviewed?
ask me to lie.
The girls like that. I don't want to say it like that. Uh,
It was about to be what? A hint of racism.
it was. That's why I didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure
I'm
that was her
glad.
in that movie we reviewed. Uh, let's see.
Wait, you said
Her name
what is her
Poppy.
real name?
Poppy.
Poppy is her real name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her on IMDb, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and look her up.
You
But
don't see
I
it?
will say Naomi has done suspense. She's done action. Like her catalog is
It's
getting very thick, and I love that for her.
oh shit. Poppy was in his and hers.
Was she the one? She was the op.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
See.
y'all go check that out, and also check out our review for his and hers.
Oh man,
But
she went. I thought she was. Remember that movie we watched? We reviewed it too. Um, where the ladies they went to Asia to try to push the stuff. I thought that was her in that, but that it's not her.
oh, you talking about oh, I love that movie. Uh,
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it because I thought she was the lead girl.
no, I mm, let's get out of here before we dig ourselves a crazy hole. I'm still trying to think about what movie it was. because I absolutely
I
loved
know
it.
what it is because I know the other I can get to the other girl. So Stephanie Sue, I know her character. So
Yes,
um Joyride.
yes. Joyride was so much fun.
She looked like Audrey to me, the lead, but it's not her, clearly. But yeah,
Mm,
got you.
somebody is saying, all right, but so
We didn't talk about
I,
you talked about you kind of talked about it, but we didn't talk about we talked about the Ponzi scheme, but we didn't talk about damn, what's his name? Damn.
Lakeith
Nah, the other one. Damn.
was.
He, he asked him his
You
age.
talking about
Don
you talking
Cheadle.
about Don Cheadle?
Yeah, friends being friendly.
Listen, Don Cheadle was so unrecognizable in this, and when he got to the end, she said, "It's me." And she said her name. He said, "Bitch, I don't know you." Like, yo, I was like, she said, Jason. She said she was 2K away from being at the top of that pyramid. You know how much money she raised for him not to know her name? Yo,
That's just that's how they be fucked up, man.
yo, the skin coming off. Oh my God.
Yo,
Can we please
what
talk?
the fuck was like? I thought like in my head, I'm like, are these Kiki candies coming to life? Like, what the fuck was that? That shit was so
That would
random
be
and
kind
weird.
of crazy if it was her candy because Christy took them all. She bought the factory and shut it down. So Kiki couldn't get her favorite candy no more. You know how petty rich that is? Like that is so crazy to me for somebody to go through those lengths to just be like, yeah, so I'm not going to let you get your candy. But we had let me see, Cara Young, who was also in Is God Is, showed up in this, which I absolutely loved. I didn't realize she was in this until I saw it on the timeline. And I was like, okay, making an appearance, and you got your movie over here, and then you're in I Love Boosters over here. And she didn't have like a small role because I thought she was just a woman on the news.
Yeah, I did too.
Then you saw her at
Crying young
the end.
woman. Yeah, but it was funny because that like that's also how they control it. They use the different stuff on the news to bring markets down, tear stuff down, and that's how they get going. They buy it at a cheaper price, and they just spin it around it again. It's like, damn, they controlling everything.
Everything that you watch, everything that you post, everything on your algorithm, somebody's sending that to you. Like I would hate to be a strong-armed conspiracy theorist right now
Oh,
because I would be going down rabbit holes like crazy. Those podcasters, you can't trust them because why the mics so cheap? Why the headphones so cheap? They telling them what to say. I'd be just pulling out all kind of crazy stuff, Jason, while also having a podcast. So I would have like a secret identity that's like talking about the conspiracy of podcasters. That'd be wild. And I would drop breadcrumbs during this podcast. You look so disturbed. You don't know what I just said. Like, what are you laughing at?
you said you would drop. Why would you use the podcast to put your information out there?
No, no, no. I would drop breadcrumbs and just say stuff that's like tied keywords,
Back to whatever it
but I would
is.
distort my voice to where I mean, I guess I don't know. My voice would be distorted so you wouldn't know. But you know how like certain podcasts when it's keywords that show up on the same people's stuff? And they be like, well, what is this mysterious podcast? And that's my secret podcast of
Mm,
conspiracy.
mm.
Can I just give a movie idea that somebody gonna steal?
That's a
And
market. That's like
it
I'm
costs
I'm
them.
thinking. I be like stuff like that. I be thinking like marketing employees. Like how can you like what if we went on Twitter and everybody was well if people I don't know if they was saying like was it good though and like you just start every time somebody say that you
Retweeting
drop
it.
something like you join drop something on it because shit that's what Bruce Riley's doing he just searching I love boosters and he just every time somebody say it or boosters and he just going through there and comment on every one of them inside the
Oh, I got one. Be like, tweet, was it good though? And I retweet with pictures of my toes. Nah, that's going too far. Somebody's like, yo, Chaz, that's a really good idea though.
Them a lot of feats. Them a lot of feats on the
A
timeline. I'm
lot
like,
of
hold it.
feeds.
Don't be
Side
using the
quests.
don't be using the page for
It
that.
is kind of crazy.
Don't be using the page for
Until
that.
we got advertisements and we got all of this, and it's just like, yo,
Let's see.
being in an interview. So the success is just like, man, one toe at a time.
Let me see.
But what
Oh,
is you searching?
was it good though? just see,
What?
just see
Yo,
if random niggas is saying. I'm just if random niggas is saying it, you just gotta go back behind it. So yeah, I just looked it up real quick. Just looked it up real quick. But you
yeah.
also had
I
my guy
mean,
from the Black end as well in this too. Um, the nerd.
uh, he was from the Blackening.
Yeah, he was the nerd.
Yes, because he was also in Sorry to Bother You.
He
He was the
was.
one
He
Lakeith was going
was.
back and forth was. You look really nice today, my brother. You do smell real fresh, my brother. When they did their back and forth.
So it's nice to see that Boots is getting with he having reoccurring people from his
Yeah.
projects to come back um as well. But like I said, just mixing classic with new up and coming talent, and things like that. I think, yeah. Jeremy Fowler, I think that's his name, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's dope to see him, pulling back or just going back and getting people. Because I'm all for people um finding somebody you want to work with. Because I remember at one point people didn't like that. They was like, nah, I don't like that. I think they should. But they don't say nothing when Leonardo DiCaprio have 10 movies with, like they allow that to happen.
Now you know they don't want our people doing nothing.
And Boots is just my mama age. That's crazy. He was actually born 8 days before my mama.
Oh. Mm. But not like I that always seemed kind of weird to me because I love seeing actors that have worked with each other previously because they have that chemistry. Especially when you have directors that get actors that they love to work with and producers and things like that. To where I'm like, you have a rapport. Like it's yeah, you can double dip in different spaces, but you know where to go back to. You know where home is. So
Hmm.
I love to see it. The collabs and it's just looking like, oh, they work together over here on this project. So
I gotta look into him a little bit more, see what he does, because he only got those three projects.
I am Virgo, sorry to bother you, and I love boosters.
Mm-hmm.
And like these aren't projects that drop like back to back to back. Like it's some years in between. So it just seems like, he's taking the time to get the story that he wants and tells it in such a very unique way. I feel like I definitely need to go revisit Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
crazy as that was.
Yeah, that was a wild ride as well. But like I said, with this one here, they definitely touched on a lot of different things. But like I said, just seeing it be funny was something. I feel like we were missing that right now. I think horror horror is doing great. Most like the rom-com and thing like that shit based off books at this point, but comedy is missing. I feel like
Yeah.
comedy and horror are the cheapest made films that you can do, just depending on what you're doing with them. But I feel as if those are is what we're missing. Speaking of black led films, you got like The Last Friday, and they got Aaron McCruder from the Boondocks writing it. So like
Mm.
just having those different things, like we need the movies, so we need stuff like that, just shit that get people to go back to the movie, not just the $100 million action movie. What about the $20 million mid-budget film where you could just go in there and just have a good time? And this was a good goddamn time. I enjoyed it. Please go and see this movie in theaters. Like, go support this. Don't allow this to be a movie that you see on streaming, because that's like, please go see this movie. We this is what we need in theaters. An original idea. What is it? Afro surrealism, I think it's the word, or a surreal movie.
It sounds right to me. I'll stamp it. Boop. You have my approval. But I mean, you're right. People always ask, and I'm sick of these requels and prequels. We say this every week. We say this every time we get a new, unique project to talk about. We just like, y'all, go see it. Go see it. This is what you've been asking for. Me, you, and Tuscany, you've been asking for black led rom coms. Go see it.
You
And
need
the thing
to.
is, they be good. Like it's not like it's terrible movies. These are really good quality movies. It's just like, is it your average? No, but I mean, you don't go to the movies and see the same thing. Well, some of y'all might want to go see the same thing over and over again, but for the people that's like, I want to try a new experience and see something I've never seen before, this is definitely a great movie to go do that with. And then once you go see this, go see Is God Is. And if you love horror, go see Obsession. Because one thing I have been seeing recently with these three films specifically, people are talking about double features. So Jason, they're not just gonna go see one. They are putting them together and buying two movie tickets. And I'm like, yes, I love that. Or maybe they're buying one and sneaking in the other. Whatever they gotta do. It is what it is. But I'm excited. It's dope. It's definitely dope. But was there another scene that you wanted to discuss from this beautiful movie?
Now the film, the one when Kiki and Naomi was coming out the store and she had the pink outfit on and she had that was the one there, man. That shit there had me crying laugh. Um, within the film. So, and like I said, just seeing how petty they made Demi Moore's character, like as she was getting back at Kiki's character in the film, that was great as well. So, yeah, and I think that was it for me, Jazz.
All right. I did not do any what did you think those because this movie did just release.
Mm-hmm.
So to avoid any kind of spoilers. But do you have a Link of Thrones for this movie?
Well, yes. Hold on, pull it back. Uh, did you want to go first? Because yeah.
I will go. I will do Naomi Aki, who was Sade. She was in Blink Twice. And we do have a Blink Twice review combined with what was the what I
Was it
forgot
what?
what movie it's combined with.
Nah, it wasn't the Watcher, so no.
No. Um it's combined with another movie. Y'all check out both of them.
I'm gonna go with Alec with John Ritter's son, Jason Ritter. And I'm going to go with Gen V. go sup- go support our review of Gen V. We did season one
Even
and
though
two,
even though
but
we not getting a
they're not
season
coming.
three.
They're not coming back, you bitches. I can't stand Amazon. And that's
I
why in this
hate
movie,
you. I hate you.
that's why in this movie that was getting around using you bitches.
That's what you get.
But yes, man. Like I said, I love boosters. Definitely a good time. Take your friends, take the family. Um, I would say the kids, but it's a bit much for kids, so don't take the kids. Um, but yeah, man,
Do
like I said, we
not.
got episode 207 is currently out as well. We got to talk about obsession with a gang of our friends. You can also check two. No one, no, it was a queued up as requested. But we talked about is God is, as Jazz said. Um, and we got our Euphoria, the finale coming. Get to see how we feel and think about that finale of that show. But Judge, you got anything else you want to discuss?
No. Yes. As of right now, we were able to meet our YouTube subscriber goal 3 weeks before we turned 4. We finally were able to reach 1,000 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who follows, subscribes, shares, listen. We definitely appreciate it. and our Spotify listens are going up. So we're not gonna act brand new. We not. We promise.
Today,
We're gonna be the same old Jazz and Jason.
today, today. The Lord knows I got to fix my heart because He know I'm gonna act. I'm gonna act ass. I'm gonna show my ass. You know what I'm saying? But you right. You right. Jazz is right. I'm with Jazz. I'm supporting Jazz in this. So yes, we appreciate y'all for sticking it out with us, being along for this ride with us, this journey as we continue to figure out, pivot and switch and change as much as we can, but still give us the authentic us to you guys. Because we're not gonna stop this shit, man. We're gonna continue being who we are, while talking and discussing things that we just enjoy. In the only way we can, it's just us, authentically black, man. But again, until next time. Again, this is episode 208. I love boosters, and we are the What's It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of the hosts. I am Jason. Did it freeze?
It did, but I said my name, so I was like, I wasn't sure if it froze on my side, so I said say it anyway,
I'm gonna
just
do
in case.
it. I'm gonna do it again. We are the What's It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And until next time, deuces.